keyboard shortcuts might not seem worthwhile at first because there are so many shortcuts. But what if I tell you, due to time and effort, it's very important that we learn some keyboard shortcuts as they help boost our productivity and efficiency. Today, we'll be looking at some important keyboard shortcuts that everyone should know as it helps increase our productivity. Okay, when you're working on your laptop and you want to make the most of it, the first shortcut is a lifesaver. Now we often find ourselves juggling between multiple documents, and this can be a pain, switching from one document to another, switching from one window to check or read something in another window. Now, to save ourselves of this stress, instead of constantly moving your mouse from one point to another, when you press Windows key plus left or right arrow key, this helps display pages side by side. Moving on, let's say you're working with two windows slide, but then you need to quickly check up something on the internet or check the meaning of a word in the dictionary. Now, all you need to do is press Alt plus Tab. Now, once you keep holding down your Alt key and maneuvering with the Tab key, you move from one page to another, and this is very easy and time saving. All you see is your program spread on your screen, and while you're holding the Alt, and you can press Tab or use your arrow keys to navigate through them. Once you let go, the page you highlighted comes up. Now, a third key is, I call it a fun shortcut, but it's also important when we are working on our system. Now, it's making screenshots in a snap. Now, people find it difficult making screenshots. People tell you, how will I make screenshots using my laptop or my computer or my monitor? But this is very possible with our system, and it is even easier. Now, our window has an inbuilt screenshot to cut, snip and sketch, and you can quickly access it by pressing the Windows key plus Shift plus S. Now, once you hit these keys, your screen becomes dim and a toolbar is highlighted at the top of your screen. Now, this toolbar lets you choose between a rectangular, free-form window or full screen snip. Now, you can go for any one of your choice, but I usually go for the rectangular or window snip depending on what I want to capture. Now, if you pick the rectangular or freeform snip, you can simply left click as you drag it over your screen so it can capture the area you want to. Now, for those who want to capture their own window, all you need to do is over your mouse round your screen, and it will highlight it completely. Now, once it does this, your screenshot will be saved to your clipboard, and all you see is a pop-up at the bottom right corner of your screen, which you can click immediately after you edit or save your snip. Now, you might ask, what if you don't want to edit your screenshots right away, or you need to take several screenshots in a row and or copy some text in between? Now, this is very easy. You can access everything you've recently done or copy it in your clipboard history. So if you haven't activated this feature, you can usually have one item on your clipboard, and if you copy a second item, the first disappears. To activate your full clipboard history, all you press is Windows key plus V. Now, soon as you do this, you have turned on this feature, and all you need to do is take as many screenshots or copy as many text as you want to. Once you're done, you press Windows key plus V again to ensure that you see your complete keyboard history. And once you see a full list of your keyboard history, you can either insert an item by clicking on it or use the three dots that will be displayed while using this function to pin, delete or clear all of them. Now, we've talked about screenshots before. Now, what if you doing a screenshot is not enough and you need to take a screencast? Now, this can be very helpful, especially when you want to show people something on your system, or is how to use a specific program on your system, or when you want to record a presentation. Now, all you do is you press Windows key plus G. Now, once you press Windows key plus G, the Xbox game bar pops up. Don't worry, you're not playing game. If whether you're a gamer or not, this is very useful to you. Now, the Xbox game bar pops up. Once it pops up, you will see options and you click on the screencast option. The tool typically captures the window you were using last, like a Word document or a PowerPoint. In my case, it's the Word document. So if I click on the record button, everything I do on that window appears and will be captured. Now you can press the Windows key plus G again to open the game bar and stop the recording, but it's very advisable that before you start recording, you pin it on the window. This helps saves time. Now your screencast will be saved on your computer under videos, then captures. The next shortcut helps you open the File Explorer in an instant. I use the File Explorer constantly because it has everything I need. I think this is not also only applicable to me, but it's also applicable to everyone. Now, so whenever I'm looking for a specific document or file, that is where I go now. Instead of grabbing the mouse and clicking to open File Explorer, all you do is press Windows key plus E. Once you do that, it will instantly open the File Explorer for you to use. So now if you click on File Explorer, now File Explorer is the first program often pinned to the taskbar. Now some people's one might differ. Now once you can alternately press the Windows key plus one and similarly open other programs pinned to your taskbar by pressing 2, 3, 4. This goes way through 10, but it's advisable that you select your first 10 important programs you often use and pin them to the taskbar, so it's easier for you to do the Windows key plus 1, Windows key plus 2, Windows key plus 3 down to 10. Now the funny thing is that this shortcut is limited to 10 and it doesn't go more than 10, so it's advisable for showing your most often used programs between 1 to 10. Imagine you're working on your monitor with many programs open and you need another screen. All you need to do is create a virtual desktop. Now, this is very simple. This gives you the saves you from the stress of connecting an external monitor to use. Now, all you need to do is press Windows key plus Control plus D, depending on the number of desktops you want to open. This will now bring up new and empty desktop where you can now arrange and open new windows or programs in addition to the ones you've already opened. Now, this once you do this, once you have all your desktop displayed, depending one and two, three, four displayed on your screen, you can press Windows plus Control plus arrow left or arrow right to move from one window to another. That's move from one desktop to another. Now, in some cases, even if you don't need another virtual desktop and all you're doing is you're working with one screen, one desktop, you might still feel overwhelmed from having to open one window, one program from time to time, or you might just want to quickly get back to your desktop to open a file. You have two options for this. The first option is Windows key plus M. Now, this helps minimize all your windows and shows your desktop. And the second option is Windows key plus D. Now this also shows your desktop, but the only difference is this: you pressing Windows key plus D again will bring all your programs back exactly the way you left it. Nothing will change. Now, like I said earlier, Windows key plus M just minimizes all your windows and shows your desktop, but Windows key plus D does the same, but the only difference is when you press Windows key plus D again, all your windows pops up the same way you left it. Now, it is very easy to get lost with all the open windows and program. So all you do is just choose any of these two, whichever works best for you. And to avoid losing track of the program you're working on at a particular point in time, we have Windows key plus tab, which helps you overview all the tabs, all the program you're working on, and helps you for easy selection of the one you want to work on next. Now, once you open Windows key plus, once you press Windows key plus tab, below that are currently open windows, and at the bottom is a timeline with documents and programs you've already opened earlier that day, that week, or that month. This shortcut is very similar to the Alt plus Tab shortcut. The only difference is this: the Windows key plus Tab shows you a history of all the programs you've opened in a day, in a week, or a month, while the Alt plus Tab shows you the programs running at that particular point in time. Now, for a shortcut that few people know of, but I find it incredibly useful from time to time. This is very useful when you're looking for a special character or you want to insert an emoji in a document. Now, this is the emoji and special character pop-up. To make use of this feature, all you press is the Windows key plus dot. Now, once you press the Windows key plus dot, it opens the special character and emoji pop-up. For Windows 11, this includes GIFs. Once you press the Windows key plus dot, it brings up special characters that are not readily available on your keyboard. For example, the delta sign, the alpha sign, the plus minus sign. Now you can also have access to popular emojis that you can insert with just a click. This helps spice up your work. This makes your work not look too boring. Another shortcut, this one I would say is the most important of all. I call it the most important of all, is the Windows key plus L. Now we say privacy is key. Now most people, after working on their system, they leave it open and go out for lunch, go to the bathroom, go to chat with friends or colleagues. Now this is very very dangerous, as information may be taken from your system without your notice. Someone can send an email, someone can snoop through your chat, someone can snoop through a confidential document in your absence. So once you press the Windows key plus L, your system gets locked and no one can sign in except with the use of password or face lock, as it may be. Have you ever need to quickly connect an external wireless device to your system? All you need to do is press Windows key plus K. Once you do this, all the wireless device available pops up. All you need to do is press on the one which you want and you're good to go. If you found this video useful and there is any computer tip which you love to learn, drop it in the comment section. See you next time and bye.